In the heart of Accra, Ghana, where the lush greenery danced with the whispers of the ancestors, lived a woman named Ama. Ama was known for her beauty and grace, often admired by all who crossed her path. However, her life was marred by a dream that haunted her night after night. In this dream, she saw her mother, Maame Kesiwaa, a woman who had once brightened her life, taking away her glory, wealth, and fame, only to bestow them upon her granddaughter, Efia. Efia, a bright and spirited girl, had become an orphan at the tender age of 10 after the tragic death of her father, Maame Kesiwaa's firstborn son, Kwame. Maame Kesiwaa's heart ached for her granddaughter, as she knew that her father's death was in relation to a covenant she made with her household bosom. The grandmother, Maame Kesiwaa, in her youth, had committed a grave sin. She had stolen another woman's husband and bore him 2 daughters and 4 sons. The woman, heartbroken and betrayed, had cursed her, declaring that her firstborn son would die at the age of 40. When Kwame met an untimely demise at that very age, the weight of the curse hung heavily over Maame Kesiwaa. She felt a deep sorrow for Efia and her siblings, realizing that it was her own actions that had led to this suffering. In her anguish, Maame Kesiwaa made a covenant with the household idol and evil spirits, who said that in order to give her the other woman's husband, her firstborn would die at 40 years old. For this reason, she felt so bad for Efia, and transferred her own daughter Ama's blessings and birthright to her granddaughter Efia, to ensure that she would do well in life despite the death of her father. But Ama began to suspect that Efia, who had overshadowed her, was a result of foul play. She accused her mother of witchcraft, believing that her mother's actions had stolen her own blessings and transferred them to her late son's daughter, Efia. "You are a witch!" she would shout, her voice filled with bitterness. Maame Kesiwaa, feeling the sting of Ama's words, cursed her in return, declaring that her own children would one day call her a witch. As the days turned into months, Maame Kesiwaa, seeking to appease her daughter, offered her a gift. "I can give you the gift of witchcraft," she declared. "Use this power to command what you desire." Little did Ama know, witchcraft is a double-edged sword, often leading to frustration and destruction rather than prosperity. At first, Ama embraced the gift with enthusiasm. She managed to charm a handsome man from Canada, who began sending her money. With this newfound wealth, she splurged on beautiful clothes and gifts for friends and family, celebrating her apparent success. Yet, as time passed, the shadows of the curse began to creep into her life. The man's support dwindled, and soon he stopped sending money altogether. Ama found herself in poverty, struggling to care for her children. She began selling her clothes, shoes, and bags, desperately trying to make ends meet. The once prosperous life she had enjoyed slipped through her fingers like sand. Desperation led her to the market, where she sold tomatoes, peppers, and onions to feed her family. Each day felt like a battle, and her heart was heavy with regret. The gift of witchcraft that she had once embraced now felt like a curse, bringing only hardship and despair. Her children, unaware of the tumultuous history, began to echo the words of their own mother, Ama. "Mother, you are a witch," they would cry, reinforcing the curse that Maame Kesiwaa had placed upon her daughter. Ama's heart broke with each accusation, and she realized too late that the power she had sought had only brought her pain. In her darkest hour, Ama learned a valuable lesson: never engage in verbal battles with those who wield spiritual power from wicked places. Instead of fighting back, she should have sought the protection of the divine. The Bible teaches that the prayer of the righteous avails much, and she had neglected to armor herself with faith. With this realization, she turned to prayer, seeking forgiveness and guidance. She began to pray fervently, asking for the strength to break the chains of the curse and restore peace to her family. Slowly but surely, the tides began to turn. Her prayers reached the heavens, and the chains of despair began to loosen. Over time, Ama and Efia reconciled, recognizing the power of love and forgiveness. They vowed to support one another, breaking the cycle of curses and accusations. Together they sought healing for their family through fasting, prayer, and dedication to God the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Reading the Bible daily and applying its principles. the blessings once lost began to return. Efia, now a young woman, flourished under the love and guidance of her grandmother and aunt. All three women became equally successful. Maame as a skilled seamstress, Efia as a thriving restaurant owner, and Maame Kesiwaa continuing to prosper in farming and agriculture. The legacy of the stolen glory transformed into a story of redemption and resilience, teaching the village that true power lies not in curses or witchcraft, but in faith, love, and the strength of family. And thus, the tale of Ama, Efia, and Maame Kesiwaa became a cherished story passed down through generations, reminding all of the importance of prayer and unity in the face of adversity.